next sum, and this is a very important sum. Remember the concept. Whenever the resistances are connected in series, the equivalent resistance is always greater than the greatest resistance, and whenever the resistances are connected in parallel, the equivalent resistance is always smaller than the smallest. And if the equivalent resistance is between the smallest and the largest, then you will have some or the other type of combination of either parallel and series. Here it is given there are three resistances R1, R2 and R3, 2 ohms, 3 ohms and 6 ohms. We have to connect them in such a way that you get R equivalent is 4 ohms. Right? So R equivalent is 4. It is between 2 and 6. That means there will be a combination. Now how will you connect? By trial and error method you will have to check. See here, if I connect 3 ohm and 6 ohm in parallel, what will be their equivalent resistance? So let R2 and R3 be connected in parallel and the combination is connected in series with R1. So now R2 and 1 upon R2 3 will be 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6. If I take the LCM, 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6 into 2 into 2. So this will become R1 upon R2 3 is equal to 3 upon 6, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore R2 3 is 2 ohms. So combination is 2 both will be 2 ohms. This is R2 3 and this is connected in series with R1. So this is also 2 ohms. So what will be the total? It will be R2 3. Now that combination is in series. R2 3 and R1 are in series, 2 ohms and 2 ohms. So their equivalent resistance will be 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4 ohms, which is as required. Okay, look at the next. R equivalent is 1 ohm. Now 1 ohm is less than 2 ohms. That means it is smaller than the smallest. So it will all of them are connected in parallel. If I connect R1, R2 and R3 in parallel, R1 equal to 2, R2 is equal to 3, R3 equal to 6. 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6. If I take their LCM into 3 into 3 into 2 into 2, I get 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 6 upon 6. 1 upon R equivalent equal to 1. Therefore R equivalent is equal to 1 ohms, which is your required equivalent resistance. This is a very important sum. Please note down. Now let us look at the next sum. 4 resistances R1, which is 4 ohms, R2 which is 8 ohms, R3 is 12 ohms and R4 is 24 ohms. We are given these 4 resistances and they have asked us to connect them in such a way that we get the highest equivalent resistance or the lowest equivalent resistance. For highest equivalent resistance, all the resistances are to be connected in series. So therefore, RS will be R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4, 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus 24, which is equal to 48 ohms. Whenever you want the highest resistance, you have to connect all the resistances in series. Whenever you want the lowest resistance, you have to connect all the resistances in parallel. So for lowest resistance, resistances are connected in parallel. 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus 1 upon R4. So 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 12 plus 1 upon 24. We will take their LCM into 6 into 6 into 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 1 into 1. So this is 6 upon 24. 1 upon Rp is equal to 6 upon 24 plus 3 upon 24 plus 2 upon 24 plus 1 upon 24, which is 6 plus 3, 9, 11, 12 upon 24. Therefore, Rp is equal to 24 upon 12, 2 ones are 2s are 2 ohms. So again you see, whenever resistances are connected in parallel, the equivalent resistance is smaller than the smallest resistance. Hence, whenever you want to decrease the resistance or whenever you want to increase the current, you connect the resistances in parallel. Whenever you want to decrease the current or increase the resistance, you connect them in series. Please note down this sum. Let us look at example 12.10. An electric iron consumes energy at the rate of 840 watts. See, energy is given. So you will not use heat or energy. Reason is the unit given is watts. So that means it is power. So your P1 is equal to 840 watts when heating is at maximum rate, and 360 watts yani P2 is equal to 360 when heating is at minimum. The voltage V is same across both, it is 220 volts. What are the currents and resistance in each case? That means you have to find I1, you have to find I2, you have to find R1 and you have to find R2. So you know the value of power, you know the value of voltage. What is the formula that relates power, voltage and current? It is P is equal to V into I. So power is equal to V into I. So P1 is equal to V into I1. 840 is equal to 220 into I1. You get I1 is equal to 840 divided by 22. When you do the cancellations, you get I1 is equal to 3.82 amperes. Similarly, so now you got I1 and you know the value of V. V is same. So voltage is same. So therefore R1, how will you find out? Using Ohm's law. V is equal to I into R. Therefore R is equal to V upon I. So R1 is equal to V upon I1. 220 divided by 3.82. It is 57.6 ohms. Now again similarly for I2. P2 is equal to V into I2. Therefore I2 is equal to P2 upon V. 360 upon 220. Answer will be 1.64 amperes. So what will be R2? It will be V upon I2, 220 divided by 1.64. It is equal to 134.15 ohms. So this is how you will be solving this sum. Please note down this sum. 100 joules of heat is produced each second. So heat is 100 joule, time is 1 second. In a 4 ohm resistance is 4 ohms. Find the potential difference across the resistor. So you have to find the potential difference across the resistor, that is V. You know Joule's law, heat is given. So heat is equal to I square RT. 100 is equal to I square into 4 into 1. I square is equal to 100 upon 4, 25. I is equal to square root of 25, which is equal to 5 amperes. So now you have I, you have R, so you can use Ohm's law. V is equal to I into R by Ohm's law. Therefore, V is equal to 5 into 4 is equal to 20 volts. Units of potential difference is volts. So potential difference is 20 volts. So see, these sums are so easy. They are only formula oriented. If you remember the list of formulas which I have given, then any sum can be solved easily. Okay, please note down this sum. Next question is, how much heat is generated when a charge of 96,000 coulomb passes through for 1 hour? Voltage is given as 50 volts. You are given charge and you are given time. So you know the relation between charge, time and current. I is equal to Q upon T. 96,000 divided by 3,600. Answer will be 80 upon 3 amperes. So your current is 80 upon 3 amperes. You have to calculate heat generated. What is the formula for heat generated? It is VIT. See, you remember the formulas of power. And for heat, you multiply that answer by T. So you get the formula for heat. Okay. So VI is the power for power. VI is the formula for power. Multiply by T, you get the formula for heat. So heat is equal to VIT. V is 50, I is 80 upon 3 and T is 3600. When you do the calculation, you get 4,80,000 joules. You divide it by 1000, you get 4,800 kilojoules. Okay. Please note down this sum. Only formula oriented sums. If you have V, you have I, you calculate R, power, Q, T, I. If you remember all the formulas, you can easily solve these sums. Okay. Please. Let us look at the next sum. It is given resistance is 20 ohms. Current is 5 amperes. What is the heat generated in 30 seconds? This is a straight formula oriented sum. Heat is equal to I square RT. I square is 5 square. Multiply by 20, multiply by 30. 25 into 20 into 30. 500 into 30, answer is 15,000 joules. Please note down. Let us consider the next sum. Very easy sum. Voltage is 220 volt. Current is 0.5 ampere. And you have to calculate power. Power is equal to V into I. 220 multiplied by 0.5, it is equal to 110 watts. Let us look at the next sum. You have to find the energy cost. For energy cost, you have to calculate kilowatt hours. Okay. So power is 400 watts. Number of hours is 8 hours per day. You have to find energy cost if number of days is 30 and cost per kilowatt hour is given as rupees 3. What is the formula for kilowatt hour? Kilowatt hour is power in kilowatts. So your power is given in watts. You have to divide it by 1000. Power in kilowatts multiply by number of hours multiply by number of days. If they have not given you number of days, you consider it as 1. So it will be now 400 upon 1000 into 8 into 30. It is 96 kilowatt hours. Kilowatt hours is also energy units. So how many units you are consuming? 96 units. And what they have given, cost of 1 unit is 3 rupees. If 1 unit costs 3 rupees and you have to find the total cost of 96 units, then energy cost will be kilowatt hour multiplied by cost per kilowatt hour. 96 multiplied by 3, 288 rupees. Okay, please note down this sum. Now let us look at this sum. In-text question, last sum. An electric motor takes 5 ampere current across voltage lines of 220 volt. You have to calculate the power and the energy. Energy is nothing but heat energy. So you are given I is equal to 5 ampere, V is equal to 220 volts. You have to find power and you have to find heat. Time is 2 hours. You remember in SI units you have to convert time into seconds. So 2 hours is 2 into 60 into 60, 7200 seconds. What is the formula for power? Power is equal to V into I. 220 into 5, power is equal to 1100 watts. Now heat is equal to, see you can remember that formula also. Heat is equal to power into time, because power is equal to heat upon time, work upon time. So heat is equal to V into I into T. 1000, V into I is nothing but 1100 into T is 7200. So answer is 7920000. This is answer is in joules. If I want to convert it into kilojoules, I divide it by 1000. Answer will be 7920 kilojoules. Okay. So with this we have completed all the in-text questions and solved example. Please go through them thoroughly, and based on this we will be solving our exercise. Thank you.